I learnt about Billy Mackenzie when I moved to Dundee. I was familiar with some of the associate songs, but I didn't know much about him or his life. But shortly after I came here in 2003, Simon McCallum had a meeting with me, and he told me about Billy and Billy's life and some of Billy's music. So I got to know that a little bit, and on the basis of that I thought it was a really important story for Dundee Rep to try and engage with. Partly because it's a Dundee story as much as anything else. And I think it's brilliant if we can create theatre which is about the city that the theatre is based in and about people from the city.
Dundee made me what I am.
Pardon me.
Sinatra.
Pardon me.
What?
Is this seat taken?
We were in the pub, and she was there drinking her cider stuff. I don't like cider ever since.
That was Snake Bites.
We started to chat, and her voice was so...
It's a lovely pub. It's so warm and friendly. Just wicked.
It was like I was in a movie. She looked American.
How can you tell?
Cat teeth and healthy looking.
I've been warned by guys like you.
So it's about the play's about a variety of things. One is it's a play about fame and the glamour chase, which is a title of one of the albums that Billy Mackenzie made, and about the music industry. And I suppose it's about the idea that, and it's very, very current at the minute with X Factor and other shows like that, that the idea that fame is an end in itself. And I think that Billy's life demonstrated that he had the opportunity to be a megastar, and for whatever reason decided not to pursue that particular line. So it's about the glamour chase, and it's about how it's a satisfying but also potentially dissatisfying thing to do, to pursue fame for its own ends. It's also a piece about the genius of somebody like Billy Mackenzie and creativity and being at the edges of creating fantastic music, some of which is absolutely brilliant and stands up today, some of which feels dated, some of which feels even ahead of us now. So I think that's a really interesting thing to me, that how does genius work? But it's also a play about Dundee, and a play about how Dundee in the 80s, which was pretty much on its knees in terms of industrial decline and some of the social issues, could create a character like Billy, how Billy sprung from a place like Dundee. And what that does to the people who are from the city, whether you feel proud about him appearing on Top of the Pops singing Party to Fears 2, or whether that actually makes you feel slightly odd about the city that you're from, and the fact you hear a Dundee voice on the telly, how does that make people from this city feel? What kind of impact did it make? So the play explores these issues of fame, of music, of creativity, and of a small city. What's it like coming from a small city when somebody just starts to appear on the telly and looks like they're going to get really, really famous? Dundee's a city which is famous for creating great music and great bands since the 70s, and certainly currently you've got people like The View and The Law and the Hazy Janes, people who are kind of creating great music, that's young people. And I think that I'd love, say there was a 15-year-old with a guitar in the street, I'd love to be able to have a conversation with them about why Billy is an important character and why this play might speak to them. And I think what I'd say to them is that in a way it's an encouragement for them to continue to try and strive and to explore themselves creatively, and to try and say what's important to them through the medium of music, which is a brilliantly powerful medium, particularly for young people, I think. And I think Balgay Hill reveals the fact that if you're from Dundee like Billy, you can kind of do anything if you work hard and if you're talented and if you're brave, I think, about yourself and about your artistic choices. So I think that the play ought to inspire those kind of younger audiences to try and achieve their dreams, but not the kind of saccharine, artificial dreams of turning up at X Factor and becoming a star. Billy Mackenzie, he wasn't that interested in fame for its own sake. What he was interested in was making extraordinary music.